Hi, and welcome back to In the Kitchen with Tony Catanzaro. I'm Tony Catanzaro, and as some of you know, I'm a natural bodybuilding and fitness star, and I love to cook healthy meals. So today, it's Sunday, October 3rd, and we're up to meal 5 now. I eat 6 meals a day, 2 of those are protein shakes. So we're on meal 5 right now, and I've got some beautiful flank steak here with some broccoli. So let's make some steak and broccoli. Let me get my chef knife. And you get a good sharp chef knife, and if it's not sharp you can sharpen it. Because you don't want dull knives. Dull knives cause accidents. People think sharp knives do, but dull knives do. So we're going to open up the flank steak. This is a great, great healthy piece right here. Sorry for all you vegetarians out there, but don't mean to put it in your face. I respect what you do. I think it's a great thing. Okay, I want to cut a little piece off here. For myself, this is good for me, right back there. That's about 8 ounces right there. Trim off any excess fat. It's like a pretty good piece, not a lot of fat in it. It's a nice piece of flank steak. So what I want to do right now is I want to start, like you know when you go to a Chinese restaurant they give you beef and broccoli. This is the kind of steak they use. This is called flank steak. This is what they do, and this is how they do it. They start by turning the knife on a little slight angle here. If you could zoom in and see this, very important. So you're just going to start slicing it across the grain. So that's one piece right there. Another piece right here, probably about 1/8 of an inch thick, and just slice down. Another piece. Could continue doing the same as I think until you get to the very end. And this is how they cut beef and broccoli. Again, you want about a 45-degree angle on the knife. You don't want to cut straight down because you're not going to get that thin of a piece. You'll get a thinner piece cutting at an angle. Keep slicing away at it. Keep going. You get to the very end. Now you can use sirloin, you can use London broil, but I like flank steak because it's really good, very healthy, very tender too. It's got a little bit of fat going through it, but not a lot. And it's not as tough as the London broil and all the other stuff. So you want to cut these little pieces, like maybe 2-inch pieces. Good to go. Get rid of the fat. Okay, you want to preheat the pan. Get that ready. And as the pan preheats, I also have some preheated boiling water here for my broccoli. So I'm going to clean off the knife. Now we're going to start cutting little pieces of broccoli off. Start this way. You can actually just have the florets. You take the florets out. If you just want the florets and you don't want the stem, just cut, I would say about 1.5 inches from the top. Cut the florets right off. And you got to use fresh broccoli. Forget about the frozen broccoli. The frozen broccoli is not going to taste anything as good as fresh broccoli. Always get fresh vegetables. Get that frozen stuff. And we get one more piece. We're going to quickly rinse off this broccoli with some cold water. This is really good broccoli. You're going to see how nice and colorful this is going to get in just a matter of like 5 minutes or less. I got a little wok on with a little bit of boiling steam water. Toss that right in there. Cover it. In the meantime, my pan is heating up very nicely. Again, we're going to take the pan off the flame, spray it with a little bit of Tam, just a little bit, and then throw our beef right in there. Mix it around a little bit. Get it toward the edge. Make sure again your flame is on a medium high. Give my hands a quick rinse. Again, I'm not going to use any salt or pepper at this time, which I really don't like to use salt and pepper. Only when I make certain things. As you know, I love ketchup, barbecue sauce, you know, soy sauce, things like that to give it much more flavor, and they have a little bit of sodium in it. I want to teach you a little bit about salt right now as that's cooking. Okay. I'm going to put a little bit of salt in my hand, okay? Just a little bit. Watch this. Now that's a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Now people would use a lot more salt than that if they're cooking, if they're cooking a meal. 1/4 teaspoon of salt has, well, in this particular salt has 430 milligrams of salt. 430 milligrams of salt. Just in that little bit of salt. So I really don't like to cook with salt because salt will definitely get you bloated. And you don't want bloat. And that's a common cause of bloat, is salt. There's enough salt in ketchup and things like that so you don't have to add it. Okay, my beef is cooking very, very nicely now. And let this cook just for another minute or two. Then we're going to give it a quick flip. Okay. Okay, our beef is ready now. We're going to give it a quick flip. Almost lost that piece. Continue cooking it. It's starting to really smell really good, and there's nothing in it. It's just the way I have the flank steak cut. You want steak to, if you want a good steak, if you want beef to taste good, make sure the beef is extremely, extremely fresh, and make sure it's good quality beef. And it's the way you cook it. You don't want to steam it, so make sure your flame is pretty high when you're cooking, when you're sautéing it this way. You can also broil in the oven. You can broil the whole flank steak in the oven. You can grill it. You can also marinate it overnight with some lime or some soy sauce. Make a nice soy sauce marinade with it. I don't like to overcook meat. I like meat, medium rare and medium. This is doing really good. We're going to let this cook for about another minute. In the meantime, come on over here for a second. My broccoli is, voila, done. Look how nice and healthy that is. Fresh broccoli. It's got gorgeous color going in it. I'm going to shut this off. I'm going to take it over here. I'm going to put this cover back. And I'm going to strain it. Leave the broccoli in there so it stays nice and warm. Beef is starting to sound like it's almost ready. Another 30 seconds. Let's start plating it up. That didn't take long, did it? Beef and broccoli, Tony Catanzaro style. Oh yeah. Come on, zoom into this right here. You gotta see this. Look at that sauteed beef. You can just hear what it's saying. It's saying, eat me, I'm delicious. Okay. Meal 5, beef and broccoli. We're ready to eat. Oh yeah. This is what it takes to be #1. You might think it's a lot of food, but it really isn't. Right here we have beef and broccoli, naturally cooked by me, and you're probably talking about maybe 400 calories tops right now. I eat 6 meals a day, anywhere between, that steam feels good, anywhere between 200 to 400 calories per meal. I consume about 22 to 2,200 calories a day, roughly, something like that. So again, this needs a little something. Let's go see what it needs. Oh, Tiny smells it. Ketchup. You gotta add that ketchup when it comes to beef. Alright, Tiny. Nothing tastes better on beef than ketchup. 1950 style. Well, that was meal 5, beef and broccoli. I'm ready to eat this. So we got one more meal to go. So stay tuned. Alright, Tiny, you ready to dig? Let's go, baby. Here we go.